Guys, howdy. Welcome back to another one. I got something from overseas. Let's get into it. All right, guys. So I have actually been waiting on this for a little while now. As you know, if you don't get anything shipped, if you don't pay the $150 fee to get things fast, it takes a while coming our way. So I am going to open this with the beautiful Carry Dev 1, and you will find out soon why. I mean, my goodness, could there be enough tape on this thing? I do appreciate it being safe, but I am not sure how to get into this box, to be honest with you. We're going to figure it out together, though. Hold on. I might be onto something here. Yeah, if this gets edited out, you know why. Because I don't know how to get into this box. Holy smokes. That's enough packing tape to... There we go. All right. Sorry, guys. Wasn't expecting it to be that packed, but you know what? I do appreciate it being safe because for the time being, at least, it is the last edition of my little collection that I've been getting for Carry Development. Wow, man. That is so stinking cool. So as you can see, this is one of his friction folders. This came out, this was one of the first two, okay? So this is number 2 in S35VN at 61 HRC, acid stonewash with a stonewash aluminum handle. Leather slip, and it is it looks black on the screen right now. Actually, no, it doesn't. It looks green because of the sun. Yep. It's like a really deep green, which is really cool. I really like that. 10, 12, 24, and then Tim Allen, of course, was the maker. So, I'm super stoked to have this. I now have one of everything in his line, and I love how broken in that is. Look at that. Look at that. Look, it just sits. Like it's not, it's made for this knife. This knife has been in here, and it just slides right in, I'm sure, and lives there nice. Look at that. That is so beautiful with the logo on there. Man. Oh, I'm so happy to have this. This is so cool. All right, so this is a friction folder. So it's one of the first folding knives he did, but it's all friction, right? So... Man, it's so light. That's not what I was expecting. So, yeah, just kind of like a little friction, almost like a slip joint, except for it doesn't have a place where it locks in. You can just kind of roll this back, and there you go. Wow, that's beautiful, man. I know it's been passed through some different hands. I certainly might be the last hands that it gets passed to because I'm just in love with Tim's stuff right now. So, this was actually made off of the Carry Dev Hydra, or what's now known as the Carry Dev 1. And it was made to be just the friction folder of that, right? And then, so let's do size comparisons. There's up against that, and then we'll do just these two. And then the recent edition, the Carry Dev 12. So small, medium, large for what I have in my collection right now. As far as knives, that's pretty much butt to butt on all of them. So as you can see, definitely a little bit longer than the Hydra. And then this is going to be a little bit longer than both of the other ones. So let's go ahead and from there. I just kind of wanted to put it up against some of the Carry Development, blades that I have. And now we can get some measurements for you. So Overall length, we're coming in at like 6 3/8. Blade length is 2.5. Cutting edge 2 1/4. And handle at 4. I think it's a really good proportioned little friction folder. Scale is, or handles are at a little over 1/2 inch, and then blade stock at, oh, I don't know what that is. Like maybe 10 thou, maybe 12 thou. 10 thou seems really, I don't think so. I think it's a little more than that. So, but yeah, so really cool little thing. I'm super blessed to have it. Really excited to have it in. And then let's go ahead. We'll get some more size comparisons in, okay? So I think it'd be appropriate to start off with some slip joints, just being in the same family or style. So the Jack Wolf Knives Midnight, the Midnight Jack, and then how about a Jack Wolf Knife K9 Jack, the ultralight series, and that was the collab with Carry Commission. So good sizes compared to those two so far. How about a couple more Jack Wolf? We know Jack Wolf's what I have most of my slip joints in. So the Vampire Jack, and then how about a low drag? Both carbon fiber. This was the purple and then the gold. Both of these didn't really come with a whole bunch of color, but that was kind of okay. I like the way that they look. So about the same handle as the Vampire, shorter blade for sure. More handle than the low drag, and a little bit shorter blade. Next, we'll go with the Abalone Gateway from Jack Wolf. And last slip joint comparison is the Sodbuster Jr. case, WR case. Yeah, good size comparisons there too. I know those are two popular knives, especially that case. The Gateway sold out, so I know a lot of people have the Gateway as well. How about some more popular folding knives? We'll do the Civivi Elementum Button Lock and the QSP Penguin. Let's get that move forward. So definitely smaller than both of those knives. Now, I don't know if Tim makes a whole bunch of these anymore. It's something I can definitely ask him and let y'all know in the video. But I don't see them a whole bunch. I'm not sure if it's something that he still does, but how about the Petrified Fish Baby Beluga? And another small one for you. How about the Baby Banter? So in between sizes there for sure. Baby Banter is definitely just a small knife, guys. How about up against the After Hours, modded by Knife Modders, and the Tango Jack. Love both of those Jack Wolf knives, some of my favorite. And how about up against a couple Warncliffs? The ProTech Malibu. That's a Carry Commission collaboration, and it was modded by Valley Blade Works. And then how about the Civivi and Peace Neighbor collaboration, the Guile? Cool. All right, good size comparisons there. And then last but not least, in folders, we're going to go the McNeese. Golly, that thing dwarfs that. There's going to be some other knives that dwarf it too, but still. And the Oz Machine Company Roosevelt, or Rosie, and the McNeese 3.5 Mac. Cool. All right, so I think next we'll go with some more. We'll go back to this. So like I said, up against the Hydra, right? So you can see up against the fixed blade that it's made off of. And then how about some more that are similar to that? So we'll go with the Knives by Nuge Chickpea and the TKL Piranha. Shout out to my boy Nizzy. Always got to have my TKL knife in there for comparison, because he needs to know what knife comparison size is, and he's a TKL guy. So how about up against the Jacob Creates Vanguard Mary, and my man Dustin over at North Edge Tools Nomad. Yeah, good size comparison there. I know a lot of y'all have those knives or have knives that are similar in size. And last but certainly not least, how about up against one of my absolute faves? Shout out to my guy, Robert from Legion Defense Solutions. Rob, love your stuff, man. Cannot wait for what we've got in the works. Videos, knives, everything, man. Just super pumped. And his knife is going to dwarf this, because if we know anything about Rob, it is that he likes defense, and he knows that this little blade cannot do what this little blade can in defense. So, not what that one's made for, though. Definitely what that one's made for, though. Yeah, so like I said, guys, just really excited to have this, like really falling in love with the stuff that Tim has out past and present, as you can tell. I really like this because, look, there's a lot of days where, like, I want to carry, or I do carry 2 or 3 different styles, right? Like the 2 or 3 different styles. So in comparison, like just being able to carry it with something like this, like just really excites me. I think that this is going to be a really good duo to carry together. So excited to be able to get to do that. And I'm really loving this slip too. Like, I've got to talk to Tim about like if he made that himself, or, you know, all the different things. But from the bluish green here to the green anno here with the green slip, good carry together. So just so y'all can see that one more time, let's see if I can get that focused a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, there it is. Let's see. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming back to another one. Peace.